storyboard of mini project, guys, that demonstrates real-time dependency injection and auto wiring practically, where we are going to enjoy auto wiring by adding Spring-Boot Starter JDBC dependency to pom.xml. We can enjoy Hikari data source class as Spring Bean, JDBC template class as Spring Bean. Okay, driver manager, transaction manager as Spring Bean, and okay, what is that? Named parameter JDBC template as Spring Bean that will come automatically through auto configuration. But today, in our example, we are just injecting. Come on, guys. Yes, it's good, guys. It's very good. At least 3-4 people have tried and uh, sent their project development code based on the storyboard. But don't relax. You please observe the code. Please observe, and you can correct wherever you are doing mistakes. Yes, we can inject the data source object that came through auto configuration. Okay, by using @auto. Right? Now listen, interface implementation class. So here we have a logic what? Here we have a logic. Here we are having logic uh, to get list BO objects based on the given 3 designation or 4 designations. So same service is injected to DAO. Service is injected with the DAO, and it also gets a list of BO objects from DAO, converts into list of DTO, and gives back to controller. Controller is forever target. That's why no interface and implementation class. Directly concrete class will be there. So that also gets a list of DTO objects from service, converts into list of VO, and delivers to the client application. What client application will do, guys? Okay, we'll ask end user how many designations. End user says 3 designation. It will collect 3 designation from end user. Having those designation, it call the business method on the controller object that is gathered from what? IOC container by calling ctx.getBean method. Whatever list VO object, list of employee VO objects that came, they will be displayed, guys. Simply they will be displayed. Right. Okay. So now let's start the development of the application, boss. Let us start the development of. I think everyone has gone through the storyboard. Yes, guys. Sai Chand Tokada, why you will get mail about storyboard, guys? You're supposed to collect storyboard from the group, na? Right. Some people have completed project development. Some people completed project development. Come on. Based on the storyboard and submitted to me. That's what my meaning of this statement. Improve your English knowledge, Mr. Sai Chand. Okay, guys. And most Mr. Chai Chand, from when we started learning classes, everyday content I am sharing in the Facebook group only. I don't know from which dunya you came all of a sudden. Yes. Procedure to develop mini project. Mini project. Okay. Or layered application. Layered application. Layered application. Okay. Step number 1. Keep the following software setup ready. Okay, guys. Oracle 11G plus anything is okay. Next, Eclipse 2020 plus. Eclipse 2020 plus. Eclipse what, guys? 2020 plus. Okay, guys. Eclipse 2020 plus with STS plugin. Okay. Plus for what plugin, guys? STS plugin. These two are enough, guys. These two are more than sufficient in your computer. No need of having anything else. Step number 2. STS. Yes, STS. It is not STL, STS. Next one. Make sure that, come on, guys. Make sure that, what is that? Make sure that Oracle database software is having, okay, Oracle database software is having, what is that? Oracle database software is having EMP ready-made table. Yes, anyhow, it is a built-in table of Oracle, guys. It will come automatically. Next, step number 3. Make sure that Lambda KPI is configured. Lambda KPI is configured with Eclipse ID. Make sure that Lambda KPI is configured with what? Eclipse ID. I think everyone watched. Everyone watched. Come on. Everyone watched. Lambda KPI. Everyone wanted, right? Okay, now listen, if EMP table has not come, you have Oracle, but EMP table has not come. Okay, now listen, copy and paste SQL queries from Scott.sql file. What dot file? Scott.sql file on SQL prompt. Yes, guys. You want to know? With, you are learning Spring Boot, Babu. All these are fundamentals. Come on, guys. Ariclexy. Tell me here. Search for Scott.xl. This is the place where my Oracle is installed, guys. Simply search for Scott.sql. Simply search for Scott.sql. Open this. Open this. I'm opening. Yes. Okay. Now listen. All these are giving permissions and other stuff, guys. So anyhow, you already connected. You might have connected to one or other user. Here onwards to till end. Here to till end. Just copy paste on the SQL prompt, guys. That's it. Nothing else you have to do. Just copy paste on the SQL prompt. Okay. Connect system manager. Connect to system manager. Okay. Go back to this. Now if I copy paste, I will get the error saying that tables are already there. Tables are already there. If you are using SQL developer, this is the place where you can copy paste. Say okay, this is the thing SQL. This is SQL window, guys. If you are using SQL developer seriously, from on SQL developer also you can do copy paste, guys. When if EMP table is readily not available, but in my system it is already there because I already done that copy paste work. Okay, now I have to give the location of this scott.sql file. Okay, let me give the location of scott.sql. You can search happily, was no problem. Copy this. Yes, paste it. Mohana Kesavalu, please switch off your camera. Scott.sql, guys. Yes, this is our Scott.sql story. Make sure that Lambda API is configured with Eclipse IDE. Tell me how to configure Lambda API with Eclipse IDE. Tell me how to configure Lambda API with Eclipse IDE. By going to pom.xml. Who said that? Okay, I'll do that small work for you. Don't worry. Download. Okay, Lambda API.jar. Download lambda-version.jar. Yes, in my system I already downloaded from any website, guys. So generally we can download from MVN repository. It is not adding. Okay, mvnrepository.com. Search in mvnrepository.com. Search in mvnrepository.com. Okay, let's see this. Open mvnrepository.com. Launch and configure with Eclipse IDE. With Eclipse IDE. Okay, Prashant, switch off your camera. Launch and configure with Eclipse IDE. Are you there, boss? How to launch it? Double click. Double click on jar file and specify or select The Eclipse installation folder. Eclipse installation folder. What folder, guys? Eclipse installation folder. Anshul, switch off your camera. Okay. Let's see, guys. MVN repository. Here you search for Lombok. Here you search for Lombok. Project Lombok. Yes. 1.18 or 1.820, whatever it latest. This is to download. Jar is what to download. Yes, to download. This indicates many people have not seen Lombok API videos. You will be the loser. You will be the loser. Today I'm showing the process again. Sometime I will straight away use it. Straight away use it. If you are having lazy body, set right that. Set right that. Okay, we got it, guys. This is the step number 1, downloading of Lombok API. Yes, double click on it. Double click on it. It's a executable jar file, guys. It's a seriously executable jar file. It's executable jar file. Why it is not responding? Yes, a big Mirchi symbol will come, boss. A big Mirchi symbol will come. Always remember. It will try to scan the installation locations of IDs, Eclipse ID automatically. If it is failed to locate, you specify the location manually. If it is failing to locate, you specify the location manually. Are you getting my point? It takes bit of time and try to scan it. Not able to do that, no problem. Specify location. Today's system is a bit slow. I don't know why. G drive. Here is my workspaces. Not workspaces, softwares I have to take 1 minute. Softwares I have to take. Come on. There is no synonym for Lombok API. Lombok API itself, Lombok API. Okay. Lombok itself, Lombok. I don't think there is an abbreviation for it. Okay. Now listen. Eclipse ID. Array where Eclipse here. Right. I think 2021-03. This is our latest one we are having in the system. Okay. I cannot find any IDE. Right. I cannot find any IDE. Why it says like that? G Drive, softwares, Eclipse, this folder under this one more Eclipse folder is there. Under this, no, it came 2019-03. Please observe. Okay, what we have to get is hours one. Install and update, guys. Quit installer. Over. Quit installer. Yes, now I can say it is a configured, boss. I can say it's a configured. Right. I'll try to paste the screenshot of it. I'll try to paste the screenshot of it. It's showing only one thing. No problem. I'll show hours one also. G drive, guys. Okay. Ashish, shame on you. Still now you have not installed STS plugin. Long back I have shown how to go for STS installation, right? Okay. Softwares, Eclipse, JWE, now done. Now, okay, this is the screen we should get, guys. This is the screen you should get. First this one, next this one. First this one, next this one, lastly quit installer. All right. A, B, C. Right. Ours is this one. In our system, this one is there. Right. Restart Eclipse ID was. This is very important. If Eclipse is not launched already, you have to suppose to launch Eclipse ID. If it is already there, restart Eclipse ID. Restart or launch Eclipse ID. Freshly once. This is one more thing that we should remember and do, guys. Okay. Restart Eclipse ID once. Then only it will reflect. Yeah. Meanwhile, when that is going on, let's go for step number 3. Create a Spring Starter project. Spring Starter project. Okay. And add the following starters. Starters oblique dependencies. Dependencies while creating the project. While creating the project itself. Number 1, JDBC API. Yeah, this is to get, guys, Spring-boot starter-JDBC. Spring-boot starter-JDBC. What is that? Starter. Next, Lombok. You need not to add Lombok API jars manually through pom.xml. There is a starter, you select it. Next, oraclesql driver. JDBC 6.jar or 8.jar. You need not to add manually. You select it, it will come. Yeah, similarly for MySQL people, MySQL is also there. MySQL related connector jar is there, na? Oracle driver. Okay, gives JDBC 8.jar. Gives. What is this? Lombok version.jar. Whatever latest is there. Gives Spring JDBC and it's a relevant Spring JDBC, Hikari CP, and it's a relevant jar files. See, the only one starter, guys, remaining 2 are direct jars. Okay. Understanding my point there. Okay, fine. Sir, how to check whether Lombok is successfully configured or not? Just start using Lombok API in your project. Okay, Lombok API. Then you will know that. Right, boss? Now let me create a starter project now. Spring starter project. Oh, not coming. Go to project section. Search for Spring starter project. Say next. Just now launched. Eclipse is just restarted, guys. Spring starter project. Type me even packaging jar version 11 language Java. But I want to change name of the project. Okay. Boot project 4. Boot project 4. What is this? Yes. Okay. Boot project 4. Real-time DI. Real-time DI. Next, what is this? Auto configuration. How did you use dependency injection in your project? How can you talk about auto configuration? To demonstrate these two things we are doing, for remaining all are same, guys. Remaining all are same. All are going to be same, right? Yeah, I'll use these screens later. First of all, say next. See, guys, latest version is 2.5. Here, JDBC API. Yeah, don't select Spring Data JPA. Spring Data JDBC don't select. Please select JDBC API. Then Oracle driver. Those are having MySQL. Those are having MS SQL Server, Postgre. Yes, we have option. And select Lombok API. We are going to add so many things, guys. Lombok API. So like these are the various things that we have to select, my dear. Okay, right. If you don't select everything, all will come. These are the selected ones. These are the selected ones. Latest version is this. Right. Yes, this entire credit should be given to STS plugin. STS plugin is making our life simple. Right, boss. Say next. Say finish. Okay. Yes, boss. Now tell me. File Spring Starter project. Spring Starter project. Then do this one. Then Spring Starter project, do this one. Next. After next, do this one. Done. Then what? Finish. Then next, then finish. That's it, guys. I hope you are able to do it. Search here. Okay, guys. 04. 1 minute. Things will be in order if I write 01 here. Things will be in order if I write 01 there. Yes, boss. Come here. Just to confirm, boss. Just to confirm. Vinod Reddy, switch off your camera. Amit Singh, switch off your camera. Right, boss. Here is our pom.xml, guys. Just make sure that in dependence, so many things will come, but make sure that, yes, boss. What is this? Dependency, Spring Boot Starter JDBC, OJDBC 8, Lombok. Spring Boot Starter test is related to what? Okay, testing. This is the default one that will come. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. These three things came because of our selection. This will come by default. This is there to support testing, boss. That's the default one that comes. You go and search in the previous project, that will be there. Okay, now, boss. All right. So no need of adding any additional jars, guys. If needed, you can add. Okay, but no need of adding any additional jars. Okay, fine, boss. Yes, listen. If you forget to add some jars while creating project, don't be panic. You can search for the same jars in mvnrepository.com and you can add it. You can search for the same jars in mvnrepository.com. You can add it. Okay, instead of me adding manually, that starter project is providing some template mechanism to simplify the job. That's it. Okay. While working with microservices also, we are going to add so many starters like that, guys. Okay. Now let's, another good habit is creating the packages. Next, everything is, once everything is ready, create the packages. Okay. Eclipse is a bit slow, guys. Step number 4. Create packages and develop the application. Develop the application based on the storyboard. Based on the storyboard knowledge. Right, boss? So these are the various packages that we have to create, boss. Yeah, com.nt.vivo, com.nt.what, DTO, BO, DAO, service controller. These are the various packages that we have to create. So what we have to create manually, boss, I'm just giving list there. Package. Make sure that all these are sub packages to root package, where client come controller class will be there, guys. Com.order is not there. Any order you can create. Yes, boss. Next. com.nt.service order is not a problem. Any order you can create them. Package. com.nt.com.nt.dao, com.nt.service. Okay, next one, com.nt.vivo. Package. com.nt. Okay, com.nt.dto. Next. Right. com.nt.controller. Okay, guys. Next one. Package vivo bo dto. Vivo is ready. com.nt.bo. com.nt.bo. Next. Package com.nt. Come on, guys. Okay, dto. com.nt.dto. dto is already there. Vivo is already there. BO is already there. I think all are ready, boss. Just say refresh once. Yes, always develop first helper classes, guys. Always first develop helper classes. Are you getting my point? Yes. Yes. Okay. Now listen, according to our application, I would like to get what? 6 column values from EMP table. So in the BO, we should have persistable data, right? Persistent data or persistible data. So here is my employee BO. Let me take my employee BO class, guys. Yeah, ID is bit slow. Employee BO. BO need not to implement any serializable interface. It will be used within the project. Not a problem. Because it will be used within the project, not a problem. I think today's system is a bit slow now. Okay. Anil's fine. Anil's fine. Same point I said again, you are asking. Yes, possible. We can add after that by opening pom.xml. Pavan, auto sequence is required in insertion project. Right now we are doing select operation. Okay, guys. Yes. Now listen. Private. Uh, it's always recommended wrapper types. It not encourage it to take simple types, guys. Why? Wrapper types holds null when no data is there. Simple type holds 0. Simple type 0. Okay. Simple types uses what? 0. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay. And someone is asking me, sir, can I develop this application without using Lambda API? You can develop this application using Core Java also. We can develop this application using Core Java. You can develop this application using Servlet JSP also. Understanding my statement? Are you there? So when I'm introducing something, try to use it. When I'm introducing something, try to use it. Okay. Yes. If in a system Lambda API is not configured properly, you don't want to use it. That's a secondary. Okay. To make Eclipse bit faster, guys, better to close old projects and keep only running project in active mode. So this may improve speed of the Eclipse IDE a little bit, especially launching time. Okay. Now listen. Integer. I don't prefer taking simple types. I prefer taking wrapper types because when no value wrapper types holds null. When no value has come, simple type holds 0. Especially integer, int long short byte holds 0. No, 0 is a meaningful value, right? Okay. Yes, guys. Private integer. What is that? Private integer. EMPNO. EMPNO. Right, boss. Private string. See, listen, you may match, you may not match, but with column names, but generally we try to match, guys. Next one. Next one. Private string job. Private string job. Tell me, guys. Private flow double we will take. Double sal. Private integer department number. Okay, DEPTNO. Private integer manager number. Integer manager number. Here is my @ data. Array job is nothing but designation. Column name is this. Okay. Lombok data, guys. Let's see Lombok API is working or not working. See, guys, this is BO as it is. But listen, these are the properties which I placed. Zero param constructor came because of compiler, guys. But see that can equal equals getter methods, hash code, setter method, toString came automatically or not there? Came automatically or not? That means common boilerplate is coming automatically or not? Are you there with me, boss? Right. That means your lot of time got saved. Who is giving all these things? Lombok API is giving. What is the annotation? @ data annotation is giving. Other annotations, other possibilities also explained. Other annotations and other possibilities also explained where? In the Lombok API 2 videos. Yes, Meenan, instead of asking innocent question, please watch Lombok API 2 videos. Whoever not watched videos, they are asking innocent question. Sir, I don't have self-discipline. I cannot watch the videos what you asked to watch. It's not going to work out. If you are having a lazy body, lazy mind, lazy legs, you have to come out of that. Only I will be active towards attending classes. Now stop saying this LKG, UKG statements. I am not aware of it. I missed that class. I don't know URL. Please stop saying this. Okay? Try to behave like a graduates and postgraduates. Okay, at least today you please watch. Yeah, these are the two video Lombok API videos, guys. All right, boss. Now listen. 4739856. Watch Lombok API video. You will get answer for all your questions. If I explicitly place getter setter method, error will come. Certain time it will override. Certain time it will throw errors. Clear? Okay. So stop asking this kind of nonsense questions because all these FAQs, all these questions are covered in the both videos. Did I not covered? All permutation and combinations of using these annotations, various permutation and combinations, various FAQs I have covered that, right? Okay. So nearly 4 hours session it has come. 4 hours on small API I have spent means how much in depth I discussed, how much deeply I covered, you can understand. Okay. So just not data. There are so many other annotations we have covered, boss. Right. Next one. File save as. File save as employee DTO. File save as employee DTO. Okay. In future, I will give more videos to watch, more projects to develop. So come out of that laziness, please. Right. Okay. Implements serializable. Implements serializable. Control plus shift plus O. Done, guys. Now here I want to present in the presentation, I want to have extra serial number, guys. Serial number. I want to present along with the serial number. So SRNO. I want to take SRNO. Serial number I want to take. SRNO. I want to take serial number, my dear. Okay. Next one. Next one. That's good. Next one. Vivo boss. File save as employee Vivo. Here is my Vivo. Here is my Vivo. Rename to Vivo. Package name also you change to Vivo. Come on, guys. Same thing I want to do in DTO also. Where is DTO? DTO came in separate correct package. Yes, it came in correct package. Right. Okay. Yes, here is string, guys. Vivo contains all string properties. Remembered? All string properties remembered or not? Yes, because it is there to carry this one. Vivo generally used within the project only. That's why no need of implementing serializable. No need of implementing serializable. Now tell me why I'm preferring using wrapper types rather simple types, guys. Not while developing Java beans. Redmi 5S, they are also Java beans, na DTO and Vivo also Java bean. Don't you want to place getter and setter method in Vivo and DTO, dirty fellow? I'm thinking you are learning some big course and you will be having maturity and asking all dull questions, guys. Redmi 5 and listen, guys. If you have login with the device name, zigzag names, I am not going to answer your questions. Redmi 5, change your name and ask your question. And some more number, one more fellow is there, 456, some number is there. These people I am requesting, demanding, ordering, change your name and login. Okay. Tomorrow onwards, if I get any questions from unknown names, zigzag name, device names, first I will not answer the question. Number two, I will remove them from meeting. What's the problem to log in with real names? Or at least with nicknames? How can I pronounce here while taking your name? No, look at this guy. This guy name is 457689. I should do exercise to take his name, dirty fellow. While developing Java beans, are you digital beggars? Did you get meeting ID through digital begging? That's why you are hiding your names. Are you a black sheep of the batch? Okay. While developing Java beans, it's recommended to take. It is recommended to take. Okay. Wrapper data type properties. Wrapper data type properties. Wrapper data type bean properties. Wrapper data type properties. Rather simple data types. Okay. Wrapper data type. Like what, guys? integer, long, double, and etc. Rather simple data types, int, long, double, etc. Because simple type variables, simple type numeric variables, okay, holds zero as default values. Understanding my point? Zero as default values. Understanding my point? Whereas wrapper data types properties hold null. Especially while working with the Spring MVC, guys, this is very useful. Why? Because Spring MVC has got one option, boss, binding bean property values to text boxes. Suppose bean property type is int employee number. I bound with one text box. Employee number holds what? 0. So in the text box, default value will be shown as what? 0. Suppose if I take integer employee number and I bound that property with one text box, what will be the default value in employee number? Null. When null is there, text box displays empty string. When other than null is there, it will display that value as it is. Now tell me, boss, when form is launched, you will prefer showing empty box, you will prefer showing 0 na? When employee registration form is launched, in the employee number text box, you will prefer showing emptiness, you will prefer showing 0 na? Emptiness is good compared to showing 0, right? So there is a text box to enter salary. You prefer showing emptiness, you will prefer showing 0.0 na? Are default salary 0.0 looks very ugly, right? That discourages the person. Are salary 0.0 as initial value is not sounding nice, right? So that's why we should prefer working with wrappers, boss. Wrappers are good. Okay, if someone is not using in his project, maybe company is not improving standards. So the day company improves the standard, in your company also they will be using it. Okay, right, boss. Someone is saying that in my company we have not done like this. So talk to your TL. You may convince the TL. Sometimes project is already launched, already in maintenance. Okay, who will change kind of attitude also will be there. They don't touch, guys. But if there is a scratch level project, and if you have any possibility of convincing your team leader or project leader, okay, ask them to work with wrappers, not the simple. In case of string, that headache is not there. For string, no simple data type. Strings are basically objects from the beginning. So only for other than string, this headache is there. For strings, that's not a big problem. String by default, we are taking what? Class type, object type only, right? Okay. Helper classes are ready, boss. Right, boss. Now listen, next one, DAO. Okay, before going for DAO, your application.properties is there, which is the default property file that will be recognized by Spring Boot. Here you will be having, okay, data source properties, data source configuration, or data source inputs. Spring dot help will come, guys. STS plugin will take the responsibility of giving help. So you need not to mug up the keys. Okay, if you have a basic idea, you can get through help. oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle Next one, spring dot data source dot come on, guys. Spring dot data source dot URL. Yeah, JDBC oracle thin @ localhost : 1521 colon XC. Spring dot data source dot username system. Okay. Spring dot data source dot password manager. Spring dot yes, data source dot hikari dot. Now listen, spring dot data source dot hikari dot. Come on, guys. Init what is that? Initial size. I want to keep minimum idle. I want to give Hikari CP related properties, boss. Some properties related to Hikari CP I want to give. What is this? Minimum idle. In a given time, how many connection objects you want to see as a ideal connection objects? Ideal connection object. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Next. Spring dot data source dot. No, these are specific properties, guys. Hikari specific properties. Maximum pool size, maximum pool size, maximum pool size 100. Okay, guys. It is not suggesting means your HTS plugin is not installed properly. Okay. Ankur, it will not affect any performance, guys. It will not affect any performance. There are so many cases where simple values will be converted into wrapper objects internally through auto boxing and auto unboxing. And moreover, in Spring Boot project, so many project objects will be created. In that one, we will be using what? In that one, we will be using what? 10% objects every time. Minimum idle. Anytime, how many connection objects should be in idle state? How many connection objects should be free to give service to new request and new clients? Minimum idle. Idle means work less. Every time 10 connection objects should be idle. J Ravi, maximum pool size. In the connection pool, how many connection objects can be created maximum? Minimum idle. In a given situation, how many connection objects should be idle, work less? Always should be free to give service to new clients. Don't keep surprising basic English, ra Babu. First of all, if you have a fundamentals of what is JDBC connection pool, then you will understand. Okay, here comment. I think it does not allow. Here I have to write the comment. Right, what is this? The number of ideal connection objects that the JDBC connection pool should maintain. Okay. The maximum JDBC connection object that pool can have. The maximum JDBC connection object that JDBC connection pool can have. Come on. So we have a lot of properties, guys. These are Hikari CP specific properties. Spring dot, data source dot, come on. Hikari dot, ideal timeout. Ideal timeout. If any connection object is continuously idle for certain amount of time, continuously idle for certain amount of time. Are you listening my statement, guys? Ideal timeout. Ideal timeout should always be given in seconds only, guys. Okay. If any connection object is continuously idle for 20 seconds, I want to remove it from connection pool. I want to remove it from connection pool. Are you getting my point? Okay. Ideal timeout period for connection. Timeout period for JDBC connection object. in the connection pool. In the connection pool. In the JDBC connection pool. Okay. Default value will change pool to pool, guys. Okay. If you want to know the default value, you have to open Hikari data source class, guys. You have to open the Hikari data source class. Then only you will get the default values. They will change time to time. Fine. Like this, so many properties are there. So many properties are there. Are you understanding my point? Ideal values that depends upon the project, boss. See, we cannot say it's a standalone project. Any value, okay, because at a time one user will use, right? And all these things really matters in web application because lakhs of people will use, crores of people will use. It depends upon size of the project, number of requests that are coming to project, how many operations are happening in a given time. So that depends. There are no ideal values for me. So that small scale projects, some kind of values, medium scale projects, some kind of value, large scale projects, some kind of values. At what time more requests are coming, at what time less requests are coming. There are so many parameters to decide ideal values. I mean to say, like what are the recommended values kind of thing. So that you cannot decide. There are so many parameters. The TL, PL and production environment will together will decide all these things. Fine. It's right now it's a standalone application, one user at a time, any value, okay. That's why I have taken all small numbers. But if it is a web application, you don't believe, okay, minimum ideal will be in thousands, maximum pool size will be in lakhs sometimes, and ideal timeout will be very less time, because they don't want to see multiple ideal objects, huge number of ideal objects. Sometimes they will take 5 seconds also. If any connection object continuously ideal for 5 seconds, they will destroy it. Okay, guys. Now, a web application, distributed application, same thing now, boss. It all depends. Hurry, yes. Don't use your common sense. No one uses distributed application directly. Everyone uses distributed application through other clients. Other clients means through web application, mobile application. Again, same thing is decided or not there. Okay, guys. Fine, boss. Right. Shall we get into the DAO environment, boss? Interface. Acha. I employee DAO. I employee DAO. Listen, guys. Compared to storyboard, I'm doing one small change, guys. Okay. Public employee BO, public list employee BO, get EMPs by designation. Okay, employee BO. Employee BO in designation, string condition. Throws exception. Throws exception. Right. I indicates interface name, nothing else, guys. Java.util.list. Fine. Okay. We have to change, rename the file public now. That's why you have to rename it. Yeah. Let's go for implementation, boss. New class. Employee DAO IMPL interface. IEmployee DAO. Finish. IEmployee DAO. Finish. Now tell me here. @repository. EMP DAO. Next. Yeah, we will take as a property of type interface, guys. Data source @auto. Okay. Did I configure Ikari data source anywhere by using @bean, guys? Anywhere by using @bean, guys? No. That means it is coming through auto configuration or not? Yes. Okay. Small improvisation I have done. String condition. I am not taking array. String condition. Why, sir? String condition. Array. I may give one designation, two designation, three designation, 10 designations. Okay. Converting those designations array into condition as required for SQL query is the responsibility of my service class, because I'm feeling that is some service logic to do. Come on. I'm feeling that is some service logic to do, guys, because business logic conversion, this kind of thing better not to place in what? Okay, DAO. That's why I'm directly going to get the condition. You will get idea what condition you are going to get. Listen, select star from, otherwise we'll write column names. Employee number, employee name, job sal, DEPTNO, MGR, MGR from EMP, where job in. Yeah, I may select one designation, I may select two clerk comma manager. Clerk comma manager. Select this query, guys. Press this one. Yes, we are getting this one or not. Now I'm worried about this part. If I end user gives three designation, this in class condition should have a three values. If end user gives 10 designation, this in class condition should have a 10 designations. Agree with me, boss? So converting array content into single string condition is the responsibility of the service class. That means I am going to get that one directly. Is the responsibility of the service class. Are you listening my statement, boss? Right. Okay, boss. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully, guys. It's a good practice to have query at the top. But query is having condition. Condition is decided dynamically. So that's why I will take query without condition. Condition I will try to add here, boss. Condition I will try to add here. Are you understanding my point, guys? Right. Private static final string get EMPs by designation. This is my query. Select employee number, employee name, job, sal, DEPTNO, MGR. It's a MGR number, guys. I think it's a just MGR. Manager number actually. From EMP. From EMP. Okay. It is should be ename, guys. I understood it. Okay. This is not end of the query, guys. In this one, I have to do some modification. But before doing modification, what is the best practice, guys? Ename. Okay. What is the best practice? Yeah, this is only partial query. It is not a complete query. This one we have to add manually. Additional things we have to add manually. Uttam, switch off your camera. Some additional things we have to add. Now listen carefully, boss. Okay. DAO service controller should go for exception propagation. Come on. Should go for propagation. Should go for propagation. What do you say, guys? I think where also I can keep here itself. Should go for propagation. But if I don't try to try with resource or try catch finally, I will lose the flexibility of what? Closing JDBC objects. Yes or no? Na? I will lose the opportunity to close JDBC objects. What do you say, guys? What do you say, guys? Come on. I want to enjoy both or not. That's why what we do. For supporting propagation, we take throws exception. At the same time, in DAO method, we write what? Try catch finally, so that in finally I can close JDBC object. Or at least we go for what? Try with resource. At least we go for try with resource. At the end of the try, they will be closed. In Okay, in JDBC classes, Spring Servlet JSP classes, you might have studied all this thing. Try catch finally is a old style from Java 7 onwards, from with respect to JDBC from JDBC 4 onwards. Java 7 with respect to JDBC 4 onwards, we got support for try with resource, guys. Whatever resources you have opened in the try, they will be closed at the end of the try automatically. You need not to close them explicitly. You need not to close them explicitly. Are you listening my statement, guys? Come on, are you with me? Super. Now concentrate how to work with the try with resource. Okay, here itself you open it. Connection con is equal to ds dot get connection. First one, semicolon. Connection con is equal to ds dot get connection. Next one, statement st is equal to st. No, sir, why are you using simple statement? Why are you not using prepared statement? I cannot use prepared statement here. Why, sir? Array, query is having some dynamic content, boss. So when dynamic content is there, we cannot think about going for what? Still this query is incomplete. Are you noticing it, guys? Still this query is incomplete. That too, when query is completely there, though inputs are not there, by taking parameter, we can go for pre-compiled query with the support of prepared statement object. But query is a static query. Query is not a dynamic query here, right? Query will be having hard-coded inputs, guys. Since query is going to have hard-coded inputs, can I take prepared statement object? No, we have to take simple statement object. Now listen, today wanted like created situation to work with a simple statement object, guys, because lots of people thinks that in real time simple statement is useless, only prepared statement and callable statements are useful. To tell that one, there are a situation where we need simple statement object. At least today you realized when inputs are not fixed, inputs are dynamic and count is also not fixed. Right now, why inputs? Are you understanding my statement, guys? So this kind of static queries cannot be handled by using prepared statement object. This demands a simple statement object. Why? Till last minute, we don't know input values, right? So that we cannot take parameters count. Parameters. See, boss, if there is a guarantee end user will give 2 designation, I would have taken 2 question marks. If end user gives 10 designation, I would have taken 10 question mark. Sometimes 1 designation, sometimes 5 designation, sometimes 3 designation. Can I put question mark symbols here? No. Can I take parameters in the query? No. That means whatever conditions are coming, that are coming dynamically. Count wise coming dynamically, data is coming dynamically. So here we cannot think about making query as pre-compiled query by using prepared statement object. It definitely demands what? Simple statement object only. Got it or not? So con dot create statement. Prepared statement object cannot be used here. Cannot be used here because number of designations are number of designation is a dynamic value. Number of designation is dynamic value. Java.sql statement. Yes, boss. Get a pooled connection. Get a pooled JDBC connection. Okay. Create statement object. Create statement object. Fine, boss. Send and execute SQL query in database software. Right, boss. Tell me. Results at RS is equal to st dot execute query. Array, it's a select query. Select query means what is the one I should use? St dot execute query. Sc dot execute query. Sc dot execute query plus condition plus execute query plus condition. Lastly, I'm taking what? Order by job. Or I want to display those things in order by job, guys. Order by job. Results at RS. Yes. Why are you preferring like this, guys? What made you to go like this, guys? This condition is coming from service class as a local variable to the method. Can I put that condition at the top, guys? No. Can I put the condition at the top? No. Are you understanding my statement? So that's the reason common part I have taken at the top, condition I am adding, but end part, whatever end part of the query, again I am putting in this one. Are you comfortable? What made me for not using prepared statement object? What made me to go for simple statement object? Come on. Right. Why? Because this condition is not having fixed number of inputs. Number of inputs are going to change time to time. Sir, why did you do like this? Wantedly I created situation to tell that simple statement object is not bad. There are situations where you have to still use what? Simple statement object. Okay. So Varda, SQL injection problem comes only when you write simple statement object based login query. Is it login query, guys? Is it login query? Is not a login query, right? So for every query, you cannot do SQL injection, boss. SQL injection is possible only when you use certain certain queries for login activities, right? It is just a select operation. Fine. Okay. I hope everyone understood it. Now, if you feel you cannot use simple statement object, then at least think about going for what? Procedure and function. Procedure and functions, guys. Come on. Yes, industry handle this kind of situation in two ways, guys. Number one, either by taking PLC equal procedure or function. Number two, by taking simple statement object here. Understanding my statement? Right. Okay. Actually, after where, if you don't, listen. Job in also you can write. What is the common part? Where from EMP, where job in, that is also fixed, guys. Only that flower bracket part I want to get. Only this flower bracket point I want to get through condition variable. Is that clear? That's why I'm asking to place a job in also part of the common query. Is that clear, guys? Okay. After in, there is no need of having any space. I think now everyone comfortable, boss? Now listen. Convert RS object records to okay. Can RS object records to okay, guys. RS objects records to RS object records to list of BO class objects. Yes, boss. Now tell me, list employee BO. List BO is equal to new array list. List employee BO is equal to new array list. Now tell me here, while rs dot next. While rs dot next. Tell me, employee BO is equal to new employee BO. Here I created BO class objects, guys. Here I created BO class object. Tell me here. Yes. Now each one we have to copy or not. If you want to avoid the memory wastage, take same reference variable every time by taking null over here. By taking null over here. Tell me guys, BO dot set employee number. Same order, follow the same order. RS dot get int of 1. BO dot set e name. RS dot get string of 2. BO dot set job. RS dot get string of 3. BO dot set sal. RS dot get double of 4. BO dot set department number. RS dot get int of 1. BO dot set what is that? Set MGR number. RS dot get int of 6. RS dot get int of 6. Here what? Department number 5, guys. Done, boss. What we are doing? Copy each record of RS2 a object of employee BO class. Add each object of employee BO2 okay, list collection. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay, guys. List BO dot add. Okay, list BO dot add BO. While. End of the while loop, guys. End of try with resource, guys. Catch SQL exception, guys. SC dot print stack trace, guys. Print stack trace, throw SC propagation to support exception propagation. Okay, now listen. If I don't write throw SC, what happens? When exception raised here, anywhere here, control comes to catch block, displays and suppresses. But problem is all inputs are given through client. Outputs are coming through client. And when problem comes also, it should go to end user through client, na? If you suppress the problem raised in DAO and DAO catch block itself, how it will go to client? So that's why what DAO should do? DAO should propagate to service. Service should propagate to controller. Controller should propagate to client. How propagation happens? Throws, using throws. Using throws and throw, right? Especially throw, guys. This is for exception propagation. Right. Next one. Catch, guys, for handling unknown exceptions, guys. This is to handle unknown exceptions. Are you listening? Sham, I didn't use JDBC template because no one knows simple Spring JDBC. That's why I didn't use JDBC template. I'm wantedly using, what is this? I'm wantedly using plain JDBC because everyone knows it. E dot print stack trace. Okay. Throw E. If you know Spring JDBC, use JDBC template and enjoy JDBC template methods. Then you need not to worry about conversion. Conversion also will be taken care by that. Yeah, this list BO should be taken outside the try block, guys. This list BO is there now. I should be taken outside the try block. Cut it. Come here so that I can use inside and outside try block. List BO is equal to null. Yes, boss. Yeah, the people who is having Spring JDBC knowledge develop this code by using JDBC template, by injecting JDBC template that is coming through auto configuration. If you don't know Spring JDBC, work with plain JDBC. Because right now industry standard is not, it's plain JDBC or Spring JDBC. Industry for Spring Boot project is what? Industry standard for Spring Boot project is what? Spring Data JPA. Anyhow, we are going to learn that. In Spring Boot projects, no one uses plain JDBC, no one uses Spring JDBC, no one uses Spring ORM. Everyone prefers using Spring Data JPA, but that is a separate module to learn. But before that only I want to teach. Okay. Before that only I want to teach. Are you understanding my point? What is auto configuration? That's why I'm writing this code with plain JDBC. Is that clear, guys? Okay. Srinidhi, IOUtils.copy, beanutils.copy, all these are from one Java bean to another Java bean. They are not from result set to Java bean. Please, beanutils.copy method is not given for result set object to Java bean. That is given for one Java bean to another Java bean. In service class, I will use that. End of the method, end of the class. Okay. Now I'm asking everyone, are you comfortable with the DAO class code, guys? Okay, if you are not comfortable, please sit in plain JDBC classes once. Because here we didn't learn much of Spring. We learn much of what? JDBC part only. Everyone, please respond in the chat box. Are you comfortable with the JDBC code that I have written in DAO? Why query is taken as incomplete query, why I'm appending condition, why I'm adding order by job, why I'm not using prepared statement object, why I'm using simple statement object. I hope everyone convinced here or not. I hope everyone convinced here or not. Okay, guys. Right, I will give that point. Resource block, try with resource. Yeah, try with resource is such a one. Whatever objects that are created in try, they will be closed automatically. Come on. List employee BO is not auto closable, Arvind Verma. Okay, connection and statements we need not to close. They will be closed automatically at the end of the try. Nitin, shame on you. Still you don't know what is try with resource coming and joining for Spring Boot. Okay, Nitin, please upgrade yourself. I'm seeing so many students coming to advanced topics without prerequisites, guys. You are supposed to learn try with resource in JDBC classes. Come on, guys. Okay, since we are using try with resource, since we are adding try with resource, there is no necessity of closing JDBC objects explicitly. Prem Kumar, tell me why I should not murder you. After listening entire Ramayana, after giving entire starters information, now you are asking me, what are the jars? What are the jars? What are the jars I should add? Which donkeys you are catching, man, Mr. Prem Kumar? I have given list of starters in the project or not? Okay, guys. Ashish Kumar, please explain one more time catch block, like why we are rethrowing exception to support exception propagation. To support exception propagation. Prem Kumar, I am talking about today's class. See, these are the starters we have added. Satish Kumar, to support exception propagation, so that exception raised in DAO will be passed to service, service passes to controller, controller passes to client. Ashish Kumar, I think in your life first time you are developing layered application. Okay, you are developing layered application. Now listen, someone is asking me, yeah, try with resource will take care of closing all the resources that are opened in the try block, that are opened in the try condition. Okay. Omkar, you need not to close objects now, boss. That is a definitely advantage. Right. Okay. Hari, yes, Kafka is not a tool. Kafka itself is separate course. Please. Okay. Docker is a tool. Definitely I will discuss after Jenkins kind of thing. Takes time. Takes time. Before I launch microservices or along with the microservices, I will take. If you ask 100 times, they will not come. They will come in a order to follow. But everything will be tossed. Okay. Fine. Yeah, from my side, session is over, guys. From my side, session is over, guys. Okay, those are having office, they can leave. Okay. BK Yadav query is basically like that, na? Condition represents this one, which is collected from service class. This is the query, guys. This is the query. This part order by job. This is the complete query, guys. Everyone, please focus. This is fixed. That's why I kept at the top. This is changing time to time, and time to time it will change. Sometime one designation, sometime 10 designation, sometime 5 designation, sometime 6 designation. They cannot be taken as parameter. This will be coming from service class. That's why condition will be given by service class. Order by job fixed. That's why I'm taking like this. BK Yadav first sit in JDBC classes. I took prepared statement. I got executed for loop depending upon array elements count. Okay. Also creating BO objects, adding to list BO thing for every loop itself. I got correct output. Example, number of cities 1, 2, 3. But the problem is, how do you take parameters in the query? How do you take parameters in the query? When you have 1, 2, 3 queries, fine. But now I'm asking end user to decide. Now I am asking end user to decide. Come on. Anil Swine, Solace and Kafka are different. Prem Kumar, please show me jars that are added. When I share the document, please go through the list of starters. Okay, result set object is also JDBC object. It is auto closable. It will be closed here. RSST con objects will be closed here automatically. Guys, how did you completed JDBC core Java, guys? Everything is new, core Java new, JDBC new, everything is new, boss. Right. Mr. Muhammad Aris, I think your query going to be wrong. Every time it is taking only one designation. If you have multiple designation, it would be problem, guys. Listen, Amit Singh, if you are trying to talk with multiple logical DBs at a time, for every logical DB, separate data source is required. So right now, don't worry about how to interact with more than one thing. Okay. Right. Is this developed to complete card operation? Only one operation. Charan K, this is only select operation. How to see predefined tables in Oracle. Sirisha, few minutes back only I have given procedure. Search for scott.sql, copy paste. Onkar angle for Spring Boot NetBeans is not popular. Stop using it. Outside library, I have added class path. I want to use particular class bean object. How can I? Then go for @bean method. We get source code for this project once. Yes, once it is once completed, I will share. Kafka itself separate course, guys. Awareness will be given. Please, already syllabus is huge. Okay. Adan, that is problem with your STS plugin. Correct it. Spring Data JPA is part of this course. Yes. Okay, guys. Okay. Nitin, try with resource will take care of closing connection and returning back to pool. Okay. Anil's fine. Anil's fine. That is not POSO class. That is BO, VO, DTO. Why? Because we have to create objects explicitly like this. If IOC container create object as Spring Bean, you will get one object, and accessing that object using that object in DAO is difficult. That's the reason I am creating object manually. Okay, guys. Kafka is used for messaging, boss. Okay, guys. Anil B, Angular is okay. Angular is okay. Angular is okay. Since result set object is created inside try with resource, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me add this result set object also inside try with resource. Then that will be closed automatically. Cut it, guys. Yes, that's a good observation. Since we created result set outside try with resource, outside this parenthesis, it won't be closed automatically. Okay. Yeah, Spring JDBC AOP videos will be given in the middle of the project. Jira is already there in as a video. You can watch it. Okay, guys. Spring Boot itself takes another 45 days to 50 days, guys. After that, microservice will come. When JPA will be introduced. Once Spring Boot basics are over, JPA will be introduced. Thank you, guys.